Hey guys, welcome back to the Guitar Max channel. Now this guitar right here you probably recognize because I've had this guitar for a while. This is my Schecter E-1 Special. Now way back when I originally reviewed this guitar, I think it was like a couple years ago, maybe more at this point, I called this guitar the Lamborghini of guitars. And I called it that because this thing is built for speed. It's got some really cool high-tech features and it looks very flashy. I mean, look at this quilt purple burst. And of course, we've got 24 extra jumbo frets, satin finish on the back of the neck. Look at that neck joint. Then we've got the Floyd Rose and the Sustainiac electronics setup. And yeah, this is a great guitar. It's not just a cool guitar that I own and, kind of keep in the background, but this is one I actually use a lot. In particular, I use it for recording a lot, and I've got this one set up for D standard tuning. So if I'm going to record something in that tuning, this is kind of my go-to guitar for that. But this video is not actually about this guitar because, let's face it, this guitar, as cool as it is, it's not always the most convenient guitar. Although I don't exactly understand it, not everybody wants a purple burst finish on their guitar. And of course, this body style, even though it looks really cool, it takes up a lot of space. It's hard to travel with it. The case for this guitar is massive. I mean, we're talking like block the Suez Canal massive. And it's just a bit unwieldy in general. So what do you do then if you don't want the Lamborghini of guitars? Let's say you want something like the McLaren of guitars. It's still lightning fast, built for speed, full of high-tech features, but it's maybe a little bit less flashy. Well, then that would be this guitar right here, which is what this video is actually about. This is the Schecter Banshee Elite FRS. You've got the same satin finish on the back of the neck, 24 massive extra jumbo frets, beautiful ebony fretboard. With the neck-through construction, which you can see right up on the front here, it is built for speed. And you've got the Floyd Rose and, of course, the sustainiac pickup system. And unlike the E1 Special, this has a more modest, just natural flame maple top. And it's a super strat shape, so you can fit it in just about any gig bag or case. You can even travel with it on the airplane easily. Okay guys, so I'm going to talk about some more particular specs of this guitar in just a second. And also, I really want to show you how the sustainiac system works on this guitar. In case you guys haven't seen one of those in the past, they are really, really cool. But first, let's hear a quick message from our sponsor. Hey guys, my name is Max Carlisle. You might recognize me from the Guitar Max channel. I hope you recognize me because you're watching it right now. But now you might notice that I've got some sweet new t-shirts that I want to tell you about. Okay, so now doing some merch for my channel is long overdue. I'm starting things off with some t-shirts, which was the #1 most requested thing when I did a community post about this a while back. And I also have some stickers. Now I've got 3 designs. I'm wearing the Guitar Max Helmet Man t-shirt. I also have a Sir Guitars a Lot t-shirt. And then I've got this just sort of awesome, like Top Gun inspired Guitar Max design. It's got everything in there. It's got some jets. I even put my car in there. And like I said, I even have some of these same designs on some nice glossy stickers. Now, I'm not really a stickers on guitars kind of guy, but if you really want to, I won't tell anybody. So now the merch is being sold through my Selfie site, which is the same place where I have all my instructional material and like free backing tracks and that kind of stuff. So I will have links for that down in the video description below, and I would love for you guys to check it out. All right, now back to our regular program. All right, guys, so let's talk a little bit more about this guitar here. So the body on this is Swamp Ash. For the pickups, of course, we have the Sustainiac pickup in the neck position. And then for the bridge pickup, it's a Schecter USA Supercharger Mach 6. I love that name. Of course, we've got Grover tuners up here, and like I mentioned earlier, a nice ebony fretboard. And although the neck is painted on the back, it's a combination of maple and walnut. And this model here is actually a little bit older, and right now, they have a new version of this guitar that has more of a red color to it. And they call that the Cat's Eye Pearl color. Okay, but let's go ahead and get into some sound samples with this guitar. Now, I'm going to plug it into my Fender GTX 100 amplifier. I always like to use that for doing demos because it's so easy to use and it has a variety of tones. I'll go ahead and give you some clean tones and dirty tones and all that stuff. and with and without the sustainiac system. And I really like the sustainiac systems. I think, sometimes people who haven't used them think that they're a little bit gimmicky. It's like, oh, okay, you can hold a note for forever, what good is that? But really, it lets you create sounds and do things with the guitar that you really couldn't do any other way. So anyway, let's go ahead and just get into the demo. But of course, real quick, guys, if you guys enjoy videos like this, checking out cool guitars, and you have not already subscribed, please consider subscribing right now. Okay, now let's get into the demo. All right, guys, the Schecter Banshee Elite FRS. And guys, I really, really love these guitars with the sustainiac system. Now, I should mention, if you don't want the sustainiac setup, if you just want a traditional neck pickup, of course, they have another version of the guitar with that as well. They even have versions of these guitars without the sustainiac and without the Floyd Rose. So just a standard 2 humbuckers and like a string through bridge. Very, very simple guitar. So if you just want a guitar with like the amazing frets and neck and build quality of these things, but you don't want any of the extra tech and features, they have that for you as well. For myself though, I don't always like that. I like all the bells and whistles. That's why I always, when I go for something like this, I'm like, give me all the options. I want to check every box on that option sheet. And this actually makes, I think, the 6th guitar that I've owned with a sustainiac system. I don't have them all anymore. Like I used to have a Jackson, like a DK2 with a sustainiac. I don't have that anymore. And then I had like the Bernie, which was like the Japanese Les Paul copy with a sustainiac. Don't have that one anymore either. But the Schecters, aside from the tech stuff, they play so well that I just end up using them all the time, and I can't get rid of them. There are so many cool little extra touches on these guitars. Like, I don't know how closely you can see it. Well, I'll put in a close-up for you. But look at these inlays on the fretboard and then the side marker dots here on the side of the neck. These things actually glow in the dark. So if you have that classic rock star problem where you're out on the stage and the lights go down and you can't see anything, then you can still see your fretboard, and like you can see like the 2 dots here to mark where your octaves are and that kind of stuff. So even with the lights off, you can start playing in the right key. Okay, now one last thing. Let's talk about price, because you're saying, okay, Max, you got all these cool features, the sustainiac setup, extra jumbo stainless steel frets, all this stuff, neck through. What's this gonna cost me? Now look, guys, I review a lot of guitars that are like $200, $300, $400 in that range. And in comparison to that, this is an expensive guitar because this guitar costs around $1,300. But I think the thing to keep in mind is that this is still a really good value when you think of all of the, just sort of total combination of what you're getting in a guitar. Schecter does not screw around. They have really good build quality. I've never had a Schecter guitar that just like something like randomly broke on it, like the output jack broke or something like that. I've never had any issues like that on one of these guitars. And this guitar has individual features that you might find on a lot of other guitars, and sometimes even less expensive ones. But it'll be, okay, one guitar is a neck through, right? But it doesn't have the other features. One guitar will have the stainless steel frets, but it doesn't have the other features. One guitar will have the sustainiac, a different guitar will have the Floyd Rose, that kind of thing. With this guitar, all of these features are piled into one design. And as much as I love my E1 Special with the purple burst and everything, because I love the flashy stuff, this guitar here is actually it's a lot more convenient in a lot of ways, but it still has all of the great things about that other guitar. And also, do you guys know Davidas, the YouTube channel, that other guy? He's got one of these guitars, and he's pretty good. All right, guys, I will have links for everything I was talking about in the video down in the video description below. I'll have links for the guitars and the amplifier and, of course, the t-shirts and stickers. I'm really excited to finally start doing merch for my YouTube channel, so I'd really love it if you guys check that stuff out. Now, I will also put links down there for my social media and instructional videos. And guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you soon.